Welcome back to the deep dive. This is where we take all that dense research and really boil it down for you. And today, we're diving into something pretty exciting achieving, like total sensory immersion at home. We're analyzing a specific home entertainment system, one designed to give you that, premium cinema experience right in your living room.
Okay.
So what are we looking at specifically? We've gone through the specs, the reviews, for the LG 65-inch OLED AI 4K UHD Smart TV. The model is OLED65B56LA.
Quite a mouthful.
Yeah, exactly. And it's paired up with the US60T Soundbar, which is a 3.1 channel Bluetooth model.
Right.
But look, let's just call them the LG 65-inch OLED and the 3.1 soundbar from here on out.
Makes sense.
Because really the goal here isn't about memorizing model numbers, right? It's about what this combo actually does, how it might elevate your current setup. Let's start with the first impression, the aesthetics. Because, before you even hit power.
It has to look good in the room.
Exactly.
Right.
And the sources we looked at, they consistently highlight this sleek, minimalist design. We're talking razor-thin bezels. The picture basically goes right to the edge. And it's incredibly slim.
Oh, ultra slim profile, yeah.
And the build quality feels solid, too. It's meant to look good even when it's off.
Right. And then you turn it on, and that's where the real magic happens. Shifting from design to the actual picture quality. For anyone maybe used to older LED TVs, OLED is, well, it's fundamentally different.
How so?
It comes down to these self-lit pixels. See, unlike regular screens needing a backlight, each tiny pixel here makes its own light.
Okay.
And this is the crucial part. It can turn itself completely off. Completely off.
Ah, so that's the true black thing people talk about.
That's the secret sauce right there.
Yeah.
It allows for, well, perfect blacks.
Okay, but why does that matter practically, beyond sounding impressive?
Oh, it's not just jargon, it's physics.
Yeah.
When you have pure black right next to something really bright, like stars in space,
Yeah.
you get this incredible contrast level. It's just impossible on standard screens. It creates amazing depth in dark scenes, like shadowy sequences in movies.
And bright parts.
They pop with fine details, so the colors end up looking really vivid, rich, but also natural. Not overly saturated.
Got it. And for watching, say, the latest 4K movies or shows, how does it handle the different standards, HDR formats?
Good question. The sources confirm it supports multiple HDR formats, specifically HDR10 and Dolby Vision.
Okay, HDR10 and Dolby Vision. What's the real difference there? Why should you care if it has both?
Right, this is actually a key point. Both are high dynamic range standards, boosting contrast and color, but they handle the information, the metadata, differently.
Metadata?
Yeah, HDR10 uses static metadata. It basically sets one brightness and contrast level for the entire movie, kind of an average.
Okay.
But Dolby Vision, that uses dynamic metadata.
Dynamic, meaning?
Meaning it can adjust the picture scene by scene, or even frame by frame. So imagine cutting from a super bright desert scene to a dark cave. Dolby Vision tells the TV exactly how to optimize its picture for that specific moment. That adaptability is why it's seen as the premium standard. Having it here is pretty significant for getting the most out of modern content.
Okay, let's unpack this a bit more. Moving beyond just watching movies passively, let's talk performance, speed. The research really praised LG's processing, specifically how it handles fast motion. Like action sequences or sports.
Yeah, keeping things smooth, reducing blur. Crucial for fast-paced stuff, makes sports look great.
Absolutely. But here's where things get really interesting, especially for gamers. This seems like a standout TV for them. What makes it so good for gaming?
Yeah, the sources were pretty clear on this. It boils down to removing the barriers between the player's input and what happens on screen. 3 key things stood out.
Okay, what's first?
First, low input lag.
Let's pause there. Input lag, we hear that term a lot. In plain English, what is it?
Sure, it's basically the tiny delay between you pressing a button on your controller, say, jump, and seeing your character actually jump on the screen. On some TVs, that delay, even if it's milliseconds, can feel sluggish, especially in competitive games. This LG OLED, extremely low input lag, your actions feel almost instantaneous. You're not fighting the display.
Huge for reaction time. What's number 2?
Second, and this is a big one technologically, HDMI 2.1 ports.
Right, the newer standard.
Exactly. That's the pipeline you need to handle 4K resolution running at 120 frames per second, 120 hertz.
Whoa, okay. 4K at 120 hertz. That needs serious bandwidth. And it really changes how smooth fast games feel, doesn't it? Like shooters or racing?
Fundamentally changes it. And yes, the sources confirm the TV handles this smoothly. It's really what defines high-end, next-gen gaming displays.
And the third thing.
Third is LG's Game Optimizer mode. It's like a dedicated control panel just for gaming.
Oh.
Yeah, it lets you quickly tweak settings like response time, colors, turn on lag reduction features, all without digging deep into the main menus. Super convenient. So if you put it all together, that instant response time plus the high frame rate support, it means the TV isn't holding your gaming back.
Especially for the new consoles.
Absolutely. For anyone with a PlayStation 5 or an Xbox Series X, the sources describe the experience as incredibly crisp, fluid, and really immersive. It lets those consoles shine.
Okay, so visually it sounds stunning.
Yeah.
And incredibly fast. But let's face it, even the best picture is frustrating if the system is clunky to use every day.
Sure.
So, shifting to usability, the smart platform, WebOS, how does that stack up?
Well, the consensus in the material we reviewed was really strong on this. WebOS is generally seen as one of the most intuitive, user-friendly interfaces out there.
What makes it intuitive?
It's simplicity, mostly. Instead of, taking over your whole screen with menus, it uses this neat horizontal bar at the bottom, the launch bar.
Right, I've seen that. Easy access to apps.
Exactly. And crucially, it's fast. Navigation feels effortless. Minimal loading times for apps.
That's important. Nothing worse than waiting for Netflix to load.
Tell me about it. And yeah, all the big ones, Netflix, Disney+, Prime Video, they usually come pre-installed. It just works smoothly. And supporting that ease of use is the remote, the magic remote.
Ah, yes, the one with the pointer.
That's the one. Think kind of like a Nintendo Wii remote, but for your TV. You just point the cursor on screen and click.
Instead of mashing arrow keys repeatedly.
Precisely. Makes navigating way faster, especially for things like typing in passwords or searching.
Does it do voice commands too?
It does, yeah. The sources mentioned voice recognition is built in, which streamlines things even further. It all points to this idea of thoughtful design, making the tech easy to live with. Less time fighting menus, more time actually watching stuff.
Okay, so we've got amazing visuals, check. Fast performance, check. Easy to use interface, check. But audio, that's often the weak link, isn't it?
It often is, especially with these super slim TVs. There's just not much room for good speakers.
So how did the built-in TV speakers fare in the reviews?
The word that kept coming up was adequate. Fine for, catching the news or casual viewing.
But not for that premium cinema experience we started with.
Definitely not. They just can't deliver the impact needed for movies or immersive gaming.
Which brings us neatly to the other half of this bundle, the US60T Soundbar.
The audio hero.
Exactly. The sources were really emphatic about this. It doesn't just improve the sound, it apparently transforms it. Pulls the whole experience up to that cinematic level.
Yeah, let's break down why. First off, power. It's rated at 340 watts. That's quite substantial for a soundbar system.
All right.
And crucially, it includes a dedicated wireless subwoofer. That's key for handling the low-end frequencies, the rumbles, the explosions that give movies real weight.
Right, the bass. And it's a 3.1 channel system. What does the 0.1 and the 3 mean for the listener?
Good question. The 0.1 is the subwoofer channel, handling those low frequencies. The 3 means 3 distinct channels in the main soundbar itself. Front left, front right, and critically, a dedicated center channel.
Why is the center channel so important?
Dialogue. Almost all the dialogue in a movie comes from the center channel. Having a dedicated speaker for it means voices stay crisp and clear, even when there's a lot of action happening left and right. You don't lose the conversation in the chaos.
Makes sense. So the result is?
Room-filling sound, apparently, with impressive clarity and punch. The reviews mention crisp dialogue and deep bass that isn't, boomy or overpowering. It's balanced.
That sounds great. But sometimes mixing brands, or even components from the same brand, can be fiddly. How well do the TV and soundbar actually work together?
That integration seems to be another strong point. They communicate pretty seamlessly, largely thanks to LG's AI Sound Pro technology.
The AI Sound Pro, what's that do?
It's clever, actually. The system basically listens to what you're watching. Is it a movie, sports, music, news, and automatically optimizes the sound profile in real time.
So it adjusts the EQ and stuff on the fly.
Exactly. So if you switch from a quiet drama to a loud action movie, it adapts to give you the best clarity and soundstage for that content without you needing to mess with settings.
That is smart. Takes the guesswork out.
Yeah, makes it much simpler.
Plus, there's the basic utility too, right? It's a Bluetooth soundbar.
Yep. Easy Bluetooth connectivity. So even when the TV is off, you can stream music from your phone or tablet directly to the soundbar. Turns your living room into a decent music venue, too.
Nice bonus.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's synthesize this. We combine the OLED 65B56LA's picture, the true blacks, the colors, the HDR support with the US60T soundbar's powerful, clear 3.1 channel audio. What's the overall takeaway from the sources?
The message was pretty consistent. Together, they deliver a genuinely immersive cinematic experience, something that can really rival heading out to the actual cinema. It's presented as a complete package designed for maximum impact.
Sounds amazing. But there's always a but, isn't there? We're talking OLED high-end soundbar. This isn't going to be cheap.
No, that's the unavoidable trade-off: price. OLED technology, while getting more accessible, still carries a premium price tag.
So it's a significant investment.
It is. Even as a bundle, which might offer some savings over buying separately, it's definitely investment. But the justification offered in the reviews focuses on longevity and the features included. You're not just paying for a great picture today.
You're paying for future-proofing.
Kind of, yeah. Features like the perfect blacks, the Dolby Vision support, HDMI 2.1 running 4K at 120 Hz. These are specs that mean the TV is ready for future content, future consoles.
Things that aren't even mainstream yet.
Exactly. The sources framed it as buying genuine quality that, and I think this was a direct quote, will still impress years down the line. So it's positioned as long-term value, not just a fleeting upgrade.
That definitely changes the perspective. It's less of a purchase, more of an investment in your home entertainment for years to come. So the final verdict boiled down from everything we looked at.
The concise summary was an exceptional all-round package.
For who, specifically?
Ideal for movie lovers, thanks to the picture and sound quality. Great for sports fans because of the motion handling. And definitely a top choice for serious gamers given the low input lag and 120 Hz support.
It hits all those marks because of that combination, the visuals, the smooth performance, and the powerful audio. So yeah, we've covered quite a bit. The stunning visuals, those true blacks from the OLED tech.
The gaming chops, low lag, 4K 120 Hz.
Right. The user-friendly WebOS and that handy Magic Remote.
Yeah.
And finally, the huge audio upgrade from the 3.1 channel 340-watt soundbar. It really seems like a comprehensive high-end system. And as we wrap up this deep dive, we want to leave you with a final thought, something to roll over based on what we've discussed. The claim is this setup delivers a truly cinematic experience at home. So here's a question for you. What specific type of content would you use as the ultimate test?
Good question.
Would it be a huge, explosive blockbuster, really pushing those bright HDR highlights against the dark backgrounds?
Yeah.
Or maybe something different, perhaps a really detailed nature documentary set in the deep ocean. Something where that ability to render true, absolute black is essential to revealing all the subtle details hidden in the darkness.
Yeah. What pushes that contrast and clarity to its absolute limit for you?
Something to think about next time you're settling in to watch something.
Yeah.
Thank you for joining us for the deep dive.